You can find this course on schooldesign.net. Join on Facebook website and group. The full course you can watch on Udemy. You can find course and files on patreon.com. Okay, so in this example we will try to design the spoiler for this car. The tutorial about modeling the car in Catia will be in another course. This is some example of the model. Okay, so to design the spoiler we will use generative shape design, and then in the Keyshot I will show you how to render the car and the spoiler in a very fast way. About the Keyshot there will be also other course, so you will learn how to use this program and how to render. Okay, let's be back to Catia. Okay, sometimes when you load into Catia some huge model like this car, and it depends what workstation you have, there could be problem and the computer could freeze many times because this model has a lot of surfaces. So it is good at the beginning to extract only the most useful surface for us, and then try to hide all of the rest to speed up our Catia. Okay, so basically at the beginning I will start with extracting only those surfaces that I will need to design the spoiler. Okay, so I have already selected to surface this one and on the opposite side. And now I will start with designing the first guideline that will be used to sweep my profile, and then I will use some sketch to design the main shape for the spoiler. Okay, I will start with create a plane. Okay, I have some interesting surface, and as you can see I cannot select the edge on the middle, so the best way will be to disassemble this surface to get to a separated patch. Okay, I have the first plane. I will also put the isoparametric curve here. As you can see, there is a lot of geometrical set on the tree on the left side, so it is always good to find a good solution for organize all of them. Okay, so we will try with the intersection here. I will just hide this trunk surface. Okay, I will design here the second plane. Now I will design the intersection because I need the mind shape of my trunk, and I will use it also for creating the spoiler. So now I will switch to 3D curve and I will try to put the curve on this one, because curve is very easy to manipulate with the through points. Okay, the first one, the middle one, and the last one. I will just read this point at the end because now I want to move my curve. Okay, now I will select all the points. Ooh. Again. Okay, and as you can see, finally I can move all the curve at the same time. Now I will just pull it little down. I will move it here, and of course I will move also the extremity points on the both side. Okay, so the spoiler will be somewhere here. Okay, and I will create the mine profile. And the profile will be quite easy, only to show you the process of the work. Okay, so here I will put the subshape. Okay, and I will also project this point, and I will make all the dimension for this profile. Now the profile is treated as a one object, and I will just put the dimension from the projected point. Now it's green, so it means that the sketch is always connected with our point. So we have finally the finished sketch. Always check your sketch with the analysis tool. Okay, so now we can sweep it. It will be with reference surface, our profile, and guidelines. Now we can modify our sketch. I will add the radius for each corner. I will also modify little shape. Okay, now it's look better. A little more. Okay, and the radius for each corner. And it depends. Sometimes in some company it is obligate to make the sketch green, in some not. It depends. I don't like to do this because it takes a lot of time. Okay, I will just also move the 3D sketch, and as you can see, the sweep is automatically updated. Okay, so now we can finish our spoiler on both sides on the extremity. Okay, here I will also put the sketch, and I will project the line and make some offset. Unfortunately, every time you make the project, you need to click edge by edge. There is no way to select all edges with one mouse click. Okay, and now we will make the offset with auto search. And the middle one we will make as a construction. Or maybe we can leave it and we will use it later, for example, to create a fill. Okay, here with the point continuity we can select all the lines, and the same with the internal edges. Now we will just make the sweep surface with draft direction. No, there is. We need to change the angle, but with the minus. Okay. Now we will just close on the both sides with the fill. First we will choose the boundary, because boundary is the very easy and fast way to select all the edges. And the same with the second one. But in this situation we also split this with the extract from inside internal edges. Okay, now we need to make the symmetry of this element, but first we need to join it. Because I'm pretty sure that those surfaces were made in correct ways, so this is why I don't change any merge distance in join operation. And now you can see that with the symmetry I have it on the both sides. So we can just go into the body and we can close the surface. Okay, and the last part to close. And now we can just hide our solids, and we can design the holder for our spoiler. And the holder will be at the middle of the car trunk. So first we need to find the middle of our spoiler part with isoparametric curve. Okay, then the second and the last one on the opposite side. Okay, now I need to extract the bottom line for both sketch. I need also the line that is normal to our surface, and we can create the extrude with the direction as a line that we created just before. Now we will just split our surface with the trunk. And now I will add some sketch to make the hole inside. This will be a simple shape. Let's start with the circle. Or maybe rectangle will be better. And now we must remember that this shape must be sweep on our guideline that we made at the beginning. And now we can just split it from this side and from this one also. Okay, so now we have the shape with the cutted hole, and now we can just put the thickness for our both surface. Radius with the 2 millimeters for both holes. And the last surface. And maybe the edges from this side. Also with 2 millimeters radius. Now I will make the mirror for both solids, and I can unhide my top. So as you can see, the simple spoiler is almost ready. I will also add the radius for these both parts. 2 millimeters and 2 millimeters here, and the same on the opposite side, just to remove all the sharp edges. Okay, so our simple spoiler is finished, so we can now import it into the SketchUp, and we can now import it into our Keyshot. Okay guys, so after we finally design our spoiler, this time I will try to load it into Keyshot. Keyshot is quite easy software, is mostly used in automotive rendering. As you can see, I have some sample scene here, and this is our Aston Martin DB9 loaded into a program. I also add some environment, and I also add a lot of materials for our car. And the last thing, I will add our spoiler. For our spoiler, I add material carbon fiber gloss, and this is how it's look right now. I can also change the camera here, and as you can see, our spoiler look like this. Maybe I will also change. Okay, so as you can see, your model should look like this. I recommend to use Keyshot because, as you know, Catia don't have any good render engine. It's of course changed in 3D experience, but Catia v5 is quite old, and Keyshot is one of the best because it's very good cooperate with Catia, and it can also load cut parts. Okay, so let we start the next example.